Alaikum. My name is Adil Asif and I am a beta Microsoft Learn student ambassador. Uh, I'm also management team lead at Microsoft Learn Community Karachi. Today as you all know, that we are having a series on tech talks, and today have a series on cybersecurity, and we have with us Saad Aslam. Saad Aslam is an expert in, I won't be wrong if I would say that Saad Aslam is an expert in cybersecurity. He has done a lot of work he has done a lot of sessions in cybersecurity, and we have also learned a lot from his sessions. So we bring this session to you all so that you can also learn from him. So I would pass over to Saad.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, so let me first share my screen. Kindly confirm when it is visible.
It is visible.
Okay, so let's get started. So, thank you, Adil, for the wonderful introduction. So, as we all know, that today we are going to discuss on cybersecurity, and today's title is Cyber Talk with Cyberboy. So, a brief introduction about myself. So, I have been doing the community work from the past couple of years. So, first I started with technology, and I'm also a developer student club lead at GC University Lahore. Also, like I started my journey with Microsoft as a Microsoft student partner. Then we were promoted as a Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, and I was also recognized as a Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert, and running communities in my city. Other than that, I have been a part of other communities like .NET Foundation, DeepLearning.ai, and I write technical articles on cybersecurity at C Sharp Corner. So let's get started with today's agenda. So first, we are going to discuss about social engineering. So what is social engineering? Then shoulder surfing, phishing attack, phone scams, ransomware attacks, device security, and at the last we have a fun session. So Adil, is it visible? All right.
Yes, Saad, it's visible.
Okay, so in the session, if there's some sort of disturbance or anything, so Adil, please inform me about that.
Sure, I'll inform you.
Okay, so let's get started. First, we are going to discuss some misconception we have about cyber attackers. So, first misconception is like attackers only use advanced hacking tools and technology to break into people's computer accounts and mobile devices. So, first of all, when we think of cyber attackers, like we think that they only use some sort of advanced tools to hack into our systems, our devices. So, that's a misconception about that. So, like we are going to discuss it in our further slides. So, unfortunately, cyber attackers have learned that one of the easiest ways to steal your information or hack your computer is by simply talking to and misleading you. So, as we just discussed, like they don't not only use advanced hacking tools, like they can attack or steal your information just by talking to you or by emotionally misguiding you. So, they don't need any sort of tools for that purpose. So let's discuss what is social engineering. So as we have discussed, like cyber attackers not only use advanced hacking tools. So how they did do it? So the term in cybersecurity we call it as social engineering. So social engineering is a psychological attack where an attacker tricks you into doing something you should not do. So it's a type of some sort of psychological attack. The attacker emotionally try to misguide you and do something with you that you do not want to do. So cyber attackers can easily pretend to be anything or anyone they want and target millions of people around the world, including you. So what's the meaning of this? Like as we know, in this digital era, in this COVID situation, we are now the most digitally connected than ever. Like as you are watching this session online, and there are multiple sessions going online, and we are now connected the most digital. So as we have some positive aspects of it, but the cyber attackers, the, the cyber attackers are also using these techniques to have a negative aspect of it. So what is social engineering? So it's deceiving someone either in person, over the phone, or using a computer. So cyber attacker can use any sort of medium, like they can do in person, or they can call you over the phone, or use some sort of computer or device to misguide you. So in at the right side, there is a figure of social engineering that says the clever manipulation of the natural human tendency to trust. So think like if I said like if you met a stranger and you ask him to share his credentials with you. So what he gonna say? Just think about that. So he is not going to share his credentials because he doesn't trust you. Like he don't have any sort of trust in you. But if you like first establish some sort of relationship or some connections with him and establish a trust. So after that, establishing a trust. So if you ask some sort of like his accounts or some sort of thing, so he may gonna share that thing. So trust is a thing that cyber attackers make use of and attack and some sort misguide you in that purpose. So what's the purpose of cyber attacker is to breach the security. So in this figure, like is social engineering tactics. So we have discussed social engineering. So another word we have seen is tactics. So what is tactics? So tactics is just like handling the situation in a like c- clever way. Like if you have a situation, like if some going to ask you a question, and you are going, if you are handling the situation in the clever way, so it is called tactics. So after social engineering, tactics means why social engineering. So hacking a computer is much easier than hacking a business. So suppose if like attacker has to attack some company, so he has to do like many security checks, and he has to go to all the security checks. But if he is going to like establish a connection with some internal employee of the company, so he can have a backdoor of that company, which means that he can easily like harm the company through the internal employee connection. So it's much easier to uh, establish a connection with employee or some person that like attacking some sort of company. So why is this so? So here you can see that it is because of laziness, ignorance, haste, fear, attitude, trust. So these are the things that count in social engineering. Why the people fall into that attack. So attackers prey on your human weaknesses. So like if you are lazy and we have some trust issues or carelessness, empathy, ego, greed. So they are the some like features that attack cyber attacker going to have when they are going to attack on you. So let's discuss a scenario on social engineering. So here is a scenario on customer support company. So like most of you, or sometimes if you have experienced something like you receive a call or an email, like they are stating that they are from a customer support company, and they say that you like some software in your laptop or device or some application needs to be updated, and we are calling from the customer support, and they said that application needs to be updated urgently. So they share a link or some sort of like link gonna share with you. So you have to click, and when you click, then they are going to take use of your information from that link. So they are not like authentic customer support, like they are cyber attackers. So some times we have to figure out like the call we receive or the email we have received is from an authentic one. So in further slides, we are going to discuss what are the authentic sources and and which resources are not authentic. So you have to like uh, keep aware of these sort of scenarios. The second scenario, there is a attack called CEO fraud. So, like this sort of attack is, you can say, is a sort of social engineering attack, where attacker pretends to be your boss or some like higher management of your company or in your organization, and they pretend to be some like your boss, and they order or demand you to do some sort of actions urgently. Like they mostly attack the finance guys. Like they can email to make some sort of payments urgently. So this is called a CEO fraud. So beware of these sort of attacks, and we are going to discuss how we are going to distinguish between what are the authentic ones and which scenarios are not. So in this figure, you can see a woman saying that you are hard. So this is using your emotions, like when you are not getting hired and you are doing job hunting. So if some attackers checks that you are doing job hunting, so they take over your emotions and try to
साद आवाज ब्रेक हो गई है.
am I audible?
Yes, you're audible now.
Okay. So
Can you repeat the last slide because you weren't audible?
yeah, this one.
Yes, yes, from here.
Okay, so if like we are discussing about like this in this figure, you can see a woman who is saying that you are hired. So basically, it is using your emotional. Like if you are doing some sort of job hunting, and you are looking for jobs. So if an attacker checks that you are looking for job, then they take over your emotion and make use of your weakness and do try to impersonate you to do some sort of actions you do not want to do. So they are using your emotions, and psychologically they are controlling you. So these are the two scenarios we discussed, and in further slides we are going to distinguish which scenarios are the authentic ones and which are not. So the most common we have discussed is in this picture you can see, have you been booked yet? So Facebook, add me as a friend. So the most common way, like if someone wants to know your social life and what you are doing, and they want to take your internal life, what you are doing in your internal life. So this index example, it is showing that cyber attacker can uh, be try to be your friend. Like they, if you add someone unknown to as a friend, and they try to see all of your social life, like what you are doing, what you are what in which company you are, and what's your financial status. So like if you are added as a friend, so cyber attackers can view or watch all these sort of things, and after doing complete information, they can make use of this and can do some sort of attacks on you. So here you can see, uh, if you receive an email, this is the most common, like if you receive an email of greeting cards or announcements of lottery winnings. Like if you receive an email like, if yeah, you have won a lottery, so click on this link, and if you click, you will receive your lottery. So basically that's not a lottery, there's a malicious link they have attached in your email. So or breaking news alerts, there can be any news alerts like your laptop, your software needs to be updated urgently, and you have to click on this link to get your system updated. So any sort of breaking news alerts. So in all of these examples, the attacker is relying on you to make the wrong choices. So like if you have received any email from an unknown source, so the attacker can't do anything up till you have clicked on that link or have done some wrong choice. So in all these scenarios, you have to make the choice if you have to open that link or not. So, like shoulder surfing. So, in all these, like mostly of the slides, we are going to discuss about your data security and information security. So, in shoulder surfing, like here you can see in both of first picture, like a person is trying to spy on the other person or try to sneak on his laptop. So he is generally try to read the information the other person is doing on the laptop. And in the other picture, it's clearly visible that the other person is writing down all the things the other person is doing on the laptop. So it is called some sort of shoulder surfing, like they are doing all sort of taking also sort of information from your back or just by in near. So it is a sort of in-person social engineering. So here I have a solution for you in the next slide. If you have to adapt the solution, or just there's another solution that I'm going to discuss. So are you ready to see the solution? Okay, let's see the solution. So the solution for this shoulder surfing is this. So either you have to keep your information secure like this, or the other solution is that you can, if you are doing any some sort of sensitive information or writing some sort of sensitive information, so please try to be in environment when there is no sensitive people or other people that you not know. So do not write or do any sort of sensitive information in open areas, like, or if you have, otherwise you have to adapt that solution. So Adil, is it visible all right?
Yes, others visible.
Okay, so till now we have discussed like some scenarios and what is social engineering and what kind of cyber attackers use features to attack or do psychological attacks. So the most common thing the attackers use is phishing attack. It's not the phishing like phishing. It's attack called phishing. It's phishing. So phishing refers that uses email or messaging service like on social media sites. The trick or fools you into taking an action such as clicking on a link or opening an attachment. So we have discussed earlier in the slides, like it is a sort of attack that you receive an email from an unknown source, and you click on that link, and after clicking that, it takes you to a malicious site, and when you enter or click on something, then your information or your credentials are in, you can say, in danger. So by falling victim to such an attack, you risk having your highly sensitive information stolen or your computer infected. So there can be two results of this. Either your information like credentials or sensitive information from your system going to be hacked, or otherwise you click on that link and some malicious software will going to install in your computer. So there are some sort of malwares we can say, like when you click on that link, there is an executable file and it executes and it installs in your computer. So it installs a malware into it. So attackers work hard to make phishing emails convincing. So in next slide we are going to have a complete overview of what an authentic email is and what a cyber attacker email is. So the slide is coming up. So before that, we are going to see a video. Adil, can you please confirm? Can you? Is it audible?
Yes, Saad, you're audible.
Okay.
Like,
So okay. So here's a video on phishing attack. So let's first play it.
Oh man, my gaming account has been suspended.
Huh? What?
I just got an email that says it's suspended because of payment problems. They want me to fill out a ticket.
Hmm. That looks like a fake phishing email to me. They've been going around.
A what?
A phishing email. You know, when people send you fake emails to try and get you to click on links that download malware or computer viruses.
How can you tell?
Well, just hover over the link and look at the bottom left for the full URL. Doesn't look like your gaming company. I just delete it.
Whoa, close one. I knew I paid that bill.
Okay, so in this video, we have just seen an animation where they are displaying like you receive an email and it's convincing. Like they are saying that you have to click on this link, and after clicking, your like your game account will be restored. So it is convincing, but it's a cyber attacker email. So when you click on it, it will take you a malicious site. So they said that you have to hover over the link, and when you hover over, you will see that you will see the complete URL of that link. So from that you can detect that it is a malicious link. So beware of these sort of emails. So that's the important part of this phishing attack. So how to spot a phishing email? So that's the thing that you are going to use to distinguish between what authentic email is and what a phishing email is. So here is an email of a cyber attacker. So here you can see in the subject there is written as urgent email. So whenever an attacker send you an email, there will be some sort of urgency, like they want to do the action urgently so that you can fall into it and do some sort of wrong choice. So in the first line here you can see receive. So there will be bad grammar and spelling mistakes. So like it we strongly advise. So it comes that advice it advice. So it's a bad grammar, and you can see that and the third line address immediately. So there is also an urgency in that line. So you can see that in the subject and in the third line there is some sort of urgency, and in the first two lines there are bad grammar and spelling mistakes. So in the fourth line we have suspicious URL. So like when you hover over that link, you will see that in the animation we have seen that when you hover over, there is a malicious link. So whenever you receive an email and there is a link, try to hover over and you will see the complete link whether it is authentic or not. And improper use of copyright. So these are the first signs of phishing attack. So
okay, Saad, you aren't audible.
okay, am I audible, Adil?
Yes, you're audible now.
Okay, so there is another thing you have to add in that, like whenever an authentic organization or user sends you an email, there will you can see that the domain is authentic. Like if you receive a email from Microsoft, so it will be abc at microsoft.com. If you receive an email from student ambassador, so it will be abc at studentambassador.com or google.com. So but whenever mostly cyber attackers use like public domains, like they will use Gmail or other emails, because it's not easy to track or some sort of that thing. So whenever you receive email like this, like Gmail or other thing, and there are some sort of like, these are the five things you have to distinguish between authentic one and the email which is not authentic. So what's the anatomy of phishing? So cyber criminals, they first camouflage their bait. Like we can say that they have to first choose on which he have to do the attack. The person, you can say, or first the cyber criminal tries to be look legitimate. Like he first tries to establish a connection or relationship, and after establishing your trust, he is going to the do the attack. So hoping to convince or threaten targets, or the result of this is to reveal login and password information or download some sort of malware. So we have seen the email attachment, like phishing attack. We have seen what which emails are authentic or not, and in email there sometimes are email attachments. So you have to make sure never open executable attachments with file extensions such as .exe, .com or .pif. So never open those extensions. Like exe extension is for an executable file. Means you click on this. When you click, it will execute and it will download or install some sort of malware. So never open executable file unless it is the email is verified from authentic user. And never open attachments with a file extension you do not recognize. Basically, like if there's an extension of word like .word, .pdf, these are recognized by you. Like you can open them easily. But if there is a file called .fol, .mob, these are the extensions you do not recognize. So do not open them, or unless if you have want to open, so you can search them on Google or browser, like if these extensions really exist. So if you don't find any sort of these extensions, so do not open these attachments. So hackers often try to trick you by putting executable attachments inside of a zip file. So it can also be included in a zip file. So yes, we have discussed that you have to not have to open any executable files. So open attachments only from sources you trust, even if the file looks harmless. So until now, we have discussed about social engineering and what are the things cyber attackers use. And after that, we have discussed a phishing attack and what emails are authentic and which emails are not. So after that, we are going to discuss the phone scams. So Adil, is it all clear till now?
Yes, how that's all clear.
Okay, great. So as we have discussed, like in email, the cyber attacker is going to they are going to do some sort of attack in the sort of an email. Uh, but uh, in phone scams, you can see that the in this figure, the it is displaying that the attacker is trying to steal your information using your phone or your money or any sort of information from you. So why phone scams? So first, unlike email, there are fewer security technologies that monitor phone calls and detect and stop an attack. So unlike email, when you received an email, we have discussed in the previous slide that you can identify which email is authentic or not using the five things we have discussed. But in phone call, you can't you can't detect that whether it is a authentic email or it's authentic phone call or not. So you can't detect, but there are fewer security technologies like an email. And second, it is much easier for bad guys to convey emotion over the phone, which makes it more likely that they can trick their victims. So, like email, they can't predict their emotions. Like, but in phone, if they try to be polite and gentle with you, and they say like, "Sir and Madam, you can do this task," and if they are doing some sort of polite talk with you, so they are just using your psychological emotions to attack on you. So the bad guys can use that emotions. So how the phone call attacks work? So first, the caller pretends that they are from a government tax department. They explain that if you don't pay your taxes right away, you will go to jail. So that's a scenario like you receive a call and they say that you haven't paid your taxes. So but if you haven't paid your taxes and you receive a call from a bad guy like this, so you do the actions in urgently. The attacker says. So how can an attacker know that you haven't paid your bills? So we have discussed in social engineering, like they will track all your social life and social tasks you do, what you have done and what you have not done. So after doing or tracking those your social life, they are going to attack like email phishing attacks or phone scams like this. So this is a scam. All official tax notifications are sent by regular mail. So whenever an organization have to do some task, they the official way or we follow like we have to do an email rather than calling the person directly. So that's an official way of doing task. So in this figure, you can clearly see that the attacker is try to steal the money from the old lady using the phone, and the lady is just busy and she doesn't know what is going on. So an attacker uses the phone and tries to convey emotions and try to steal your information or your money. So what are the protective measures we have to take? So anytime anyone calls you and creates a tremendous sense of urgency, alarming you to do something, be extremely suspicious. You can stop and say no at any time. So, like if you receive a call, like you receive a call, and they try to do the task urgently, or they say yet you have to do that task at the right at the right moment. So it's up to you. Like in social engineering, you have to stop and decide whether it is a right call or not, and you have the power to say no. So if you say no and don't do the actions, the attacker can't do anything. So it's up to you to make the right choice. If you believe a phone call is an attack, simply hang up. If you want to confirm if the phone call was legitimate, go to the organization's website and get the customer support phone number and call them directly yourself. So, like if you receive a call from like any, you can say software house or any ABC software house. So, so they say like you are selected by the software house. Just share your credentials with us so that we can create your account. So if you believe that it is some sort of attack, so you just hang up, go to the ABC Software House website, and in the website you can clearly see their contact details like their phone number and the email. So verify if the phone number matches with the phone call you receive. So if it doesn't, so just say no. Okay, so all clear up till now, Adil?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so these are the things we have discussed in social engineering. Like first in social engineering, then phishing, and then we have discussed about phone scams. So the thing we are going to discuss is ransomware. So it is a sort of attack that uses data
Saad, you aren't audible.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. So, like this is the most common attack in our society. Like mostly students or professionals from the industry generally contacts me that their files have been encrypted or they have been infected with this ransomware. So there are different sorts of ransomware, and the thing they are going to infect your computer. So let's discuss about what is ransomware is. A ransomware infects your computer, encrypts certain files on your entire hard drive. You are then logged out of the whole system or cannot access your important files such as your documents or photos. So from the start of the session, we are going in a sequence. Like let's suppose an attacker do social engineering. They track all your social life, what you are doing, and after that they collect your information like email or phone number. Then they send you an email that includes a suspicious link or an attachment, and after that you click on that attachment. It contains an executable file. So when you click on the executable file, it executes, and when you executes, it contains a malicious malware that's called a ransomware. So up till now, we have completed all the scenarios, and now let's suppose your computer is infected by the ransomware. So let's move on. So after executing, your files are going to be encrypted by the virus, sorry, malware. So the malware then informs that the only way you can decrypt your files and recover your system is to pay the cyber criminal a ransom. So as it's clearly you can see from the name that it is composed of two words, like it's from ransom and where. So ransom and where from malware. So when your files and important files like your important files and its are encrypted, and the only you will receive a message displaying like your files are encrypted by the malware, and only way to decrypt those files is to pay the cyber attacker some sort of ransom they demands. So in this figure, you can see like you are bounded when you are attacked by ransomware. It means that you can't do anything. If your files are infected, the only way is to pay the ransom, and it is not 100% granted that the cyber criminal is going to decrypt your files, or the cyber criminal can make use of it and and demand some other ransom for making your files decrypted. So let's see a video on it. Adil, kindly confirm the it is audible.
Yes, all is good. It's the video is stuck, I guess.
Okay, so in this video, it is there is link that when your files are attacked by ransomware, the things we have to make is security measures. So the you can make use of security measures to like to avoid these sort of attacks. So the security measures we are going to discuss. So how do I protect myself from ransomware? So these are the security measures we have seen in the video, and also we are going to discuss like uh, the first step in the security is to have some sort of cybersecurity measures in your system. So if you are a regular user or a student, so the security measure you can take is installing some good antivirus program in your uh, laptop or your system. Or in Windows 10 there is already a Windows threat installed in your laptop, so you can make use of that. So if you are an industry guy, so the organization make use of tries to install all of the cybersecurity measures like advanced antiviruses or firewalls, and they do all of the cybersecurity stuff. So the cybersecurity basically is the first training in whenever you enter in your industry. So whether you are a mobile developer, a web developer, or any industry guy, so the cybersecurity measures you have to take are
Saad, you're stuck.
Adil, am I audible?
Yes, now you're audible.
Okay, I have some like connection. There was a connection issue. So whenever you go to the industry, the first training they do is of cyber security awareness program. So this is the most fundamental thing you have to train or you have to learn whenever you are entering in your industry. So these are the things we have in the discuss in the previous slides, and we are discussing now. These are the most fundamental things we have to learn. So in ransomware, the most I prefer you to is make backups of your data. So if you have any important data, then upload them on the cloud. You have OneDrive, you have Google Drive, so you have clouds available. So upload your important information in clouds, or if you have an external drive, so you can back up your data in that. So I prefer you to make backups of your important information on you can say regular basis. This is the most important thing I prefer you to do. Another thing you can do is multi-factor authentication. Like if you have any device, you can when you do multi-factor, you can have a double security of your device. Like if you are adding your password and a mobile security code in that also, so your device is going to be multi-factor secured. So, in the sequence, we have a mobile security, like we have discussed till now, the ransomware, and now we are going to do the mobile security. So, because we are almost all of us are using mobile devices, so the security of that thing also comes in the cyber security awareness. So, let's discuss: are you doing it right? Okay, okay, so securing mobile devices. So updating. So the first thing you need to do is make update your mobile devices, and make tracking and enables the tracking in your devices. Then you have to install trusted apps, privacy options. So whenever you install an application in your uh, device, so first thing you need to make sure you are doing checking the privacy options of it. Like mostly we do not read the privacy options or the terms and conditions of that. So kindly read the privacy and terms and conditions of the application also. And at the last, we have discussed about the thing that you have to make the backups of your trusted data in that. So last thing we are going to discuss is about passwords. So passwords are like toothbrushes. They are best when fresh and should not be shared. So this misguided reason. So if you have a desktop password, so you this is the most foolish thing you can do is like entering your password and sticking it on your desktop so everyone can see. So try to avoid these sort of things. And how to create strong passwords. So in this figure you can see you can have you if you have to memorize a strong password, you can use words you use in your daily life and try to change some words in that you can memorize them easily. So in this way you can create a strong password by using some uh, regular words you use. So that's it from my side. If you want to know more about me, you can just go to saadasms.com. And the thing you have to make sure that you follow all these sequences like social engineering and phishing attacks, phone scams, and mobile security. You must need to go through all of this. And if you want to connect with me, just go to the website and you can have all my social connections in that. So that's it from my side. And thank you for your time. And if you have any questions, you can just connect with me and reach me out on my social connections. So that's it from my side. Thank you.
That was great, Saad. I hope that you had all enjoyed this session and learned a lot from Saad Aslam. As you all know that as technology is progressing, security is playing an immense role, where we are to strengthen your software or your technologies that you are using. We see that there are a lot of software breaches happening in this current world, and it is really important to protect data uh, in this modern era. So I hope that you had enjoyed this session, and those who are hoping to pursue their career in cybersecurity, I would recommend to get connected with Saad Aslam as soon as possible. Thank you.